start about 5 minutes early just so everybody has time to log on. So we are going to get started shortly. If you are catching this on a replay, that is totally awesome. I'm going to be playing with a lot of fun stuff today, so I'm just going to wait a minute to let people get logged in. Kind of chill out, relax. You know. I'm going to play with some Chroma mist today. I think. Apologies for the dog barking. She's been taken to her room. Trying to decide what color I want to use the stencil for, because I'm going to create a few little patches to cut out of. So, I think we'll do pinks maybe. So that'll be fun. So if you're joining me, please say hello in the comments. Not really going to be fully live for a few more minutes. Just getting everything ready, waiting for people to show up. About 2 minutes, I'll actually start working on the layout. I'm just mixing up anything that has any kind of shimmer in it, I always use my metal letter opener to get in there and really get it mixed up. So just about another minute and we'll get started. I always spray them to make sure. And I think the only other pink I have is coral. I don't really want to pull a coral, but I'm going to do blues and pinks. Yeah, that's coral. Good evening, Lisa. How are you? Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I was making a mess. I'm trying to keep these guys well shaken. So I'm just going to shake them until 7 and then we'll get started. Oh, for a minute I totally thought one of these were open. You've been trying to put some kind of mixed media in all your layouts this week? I know, right? That's like my thing too. Once it's addicting. Once you start, then everything has to have mixed media. It's crazy. It is crazy. Oh, I'm just making a mess here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So I am going to play with Chroma Mist, obviously. You guys can see that there. So I've got pink and magenta sparkle, which I'm going to use to make some elements for. I'm apologizing if you can hear the ding. I have no idea how to shut that thing off. I also have turquoise, blue violet, cobalt blue, and then tinsel blue, which I'm going to use to make my background. So first, we definitely want to start. I just have some random items here from my How to Kill a Kit with Style. So I'm going to bring in my messy spray box. We're going to play with the mixed media vintage tile. And I just got a piece of cardstock. And we're going to, I'm going to spray off so that it kind of goes that way more so than coming over here, because I'm going to want to move it. And I actually need This is what I need. Just some regular old copy paper so that I can do like a little print and pull off the excess from that stencil. So we're just gonna, I always go in a line. All right, it's just in a line straight across while you're spraying. And then just to sop up some of the extra. Now this is not cardstock, this is just a thin piece of paper because I don't have time to run to the sink. But look how pretty that looks. So we'll save that as well. I need to put it out of the way. And then this way I didn't waste any ink. And the stencil will not smear as much. But look at how pretty that is. All right. So I just got to get... Now we're going to turn this into some... Hello everyone. How are you all? I'm just wiping my stencil off, but I can't really do it over that. So we're doing kind of a stencil print, which we will use a little bit later. I'm going to let that dry, but I got to get all the mixed media done first, right? All right. So now we're going to, that was the magenta sparkle, and this is just the pink. I did get a little much there, but we're going to actually cut a tag out of this. So really just going, the stencil print is what really, it looked really good as well. Tonight is much more clear. Awesome. Thank you. I actually upgraded a whole bunch of things and decided that we just needed to try to make everything work, right? All right, so we just spray. We'll put our thin sheet of paper because I find it soaks it up a lot more. You guys, I work at a color factory now, so I never know if the color is on my skin from work or from mixed media, but look at how good the stencil prints. So we're going to put those down to the side, and we will play with those at a later date. And we're just going to pick that up. I'm going to move this out of the way just real quick so we can get the stencil wiped down. I mostly use rags, you guys, so that I don't create a lot of waste. I know that sounds funny. Just trying to do a little bit of my part, right? All right, so we're going to let these dry so that we can die cut them out. And we are going to come in with this as our background. So let's put these up here. And we're going to come in with all these blues because we want to do like, I'm going to create some tags out of a whole bunch of paper. We're going to do kind of a tag element. So we have to get some mixed media down, right? So I'm just going to do kind of swishy lines. That was the tinsel blue, and I keep it moving. So then we're going to just kind of get, this was the cobalt blue, and let's come in with the turquoise, and last but not least, the blue violets. I'm filling just a little bit of those areas. And then I'm going to do some splatters with all of the colors as well. I did not put anything on the page. I didn't prep it because I'm okay. I want it to dry quickly. So without putting gesso or anything on the page, the media is just going to soak right into it. I've had people ask me in the past if it like evaporates or if it dries differently. And I find it doesn't do anything different if it's gesso. The gesso just actually helps to like make things move and mix together. And I want the clear lines of definition that we have here. So we're just going to, like I said, splatter with all of them. And I do always turn just so I get different splatters in different directions. It could just be me, but I find like when I splatter, they always seem to look the same. All right. And now we've got the tinsel blue again, which this was from the Christmas bundle, so I don't know if it's still available, but I had to use it because I wanted some shimmer and shine on this layout. And so we're just going to add it right onto that pattern paper background. And then come in with the blue violets. Just kind of get some color laid down so we can come in and start doing our mixed media. So we're going to set this to the side and let this dry over there with our stencil spraying. So I'm going to do some tags. And they're just some tags. I think it's from scrapbook.com. But I've pulled this size mostly because it fit this scrap right here. So I have some full sheets that I want to use. I've got the Brutus Monroe ribbon collection that came in the April in one of the inspiration boxes. So this is going to be, I'm going to use those on the tags as well. Then we're going to do these really silly pictures of me and my husband at the Blues game. He aggravated my dog. So long story short, he aggravated the dog. He was blowing in her ear. And as he went to blow, she opened her mouth and she didn't bite him. She stabbed him in the forehead with her tooth. So he looked like he had like a big pimple on his forehead and he didn't want to take any pictures. So I put my finger over it. So he would let people take pictures of us. Because, you know, I try to be caring. All right. So we're going to have to move all this stuff to the side. And we know those two are going to fit. And we want this lime. And I may not even end up using all of these. But we're at least going to get this cut out. My mission of 2022 is to use all of these collections that I have and kits so that I can buy more, right? I do really good at using like mixed media and stuff up, but it's like I struggle when it comes to using up papers. Like I use it for a little bit and then I'm like, all right, I'm over it, you know? So we're going to just die cut these out. So how is everyone tonight? Are you guys having a good time? Are you scrapping? Are you just kind of watching? Any big plans for the weekend? I am going to be just scrapbooking all weekend. I just started. This was my first week at my new job, and it was awesome so far. I mean, it's only Thursday night, so I got one more day, but awesome. Absolutely love it. So we're just going to relax because I'm not used to standing all day, every day. Just not. And it's not like I stand all the time, but there is a lot of standing. I'm like, well, getting my steps in. And if you watch my personal channel, you'll see those stencil prints come into play too. Because, you know, I'll be using those again. No waste. Alright. I'm just trying to, come on. Sometimes my magnet doesn't always want to play. Nice. Thanks, Lisa. And alright. So now we're going to come in. We got to cut this guy down over here, which I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm off screen. So we're just going to, I don't know, do I want it to be like that? I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. and like the little cast off of it. Just trying to get it lined up. And cut as close as possible because I will use all of that. We'll use the rest of that for another layout. Never waste. Just got home from Girl Scouts. 11 little girls doing mixed media is fun but exhausting. Hello, Shannon. All right, then I think we'll do this one. Maybe the same. Why not? Okay, so we're gonna save this over there. I just gotta trim a little of that off, and then we want to come in and just trim this guy off here. All right, finished getting our little dies out. Our dies cut. Like we gotta go that way. So it's just a portion of the stencil. I have used this stencil so much this month. It's like my favorite new stencil. So I have to keep finding new ways to incorporate it into layouts so that it doesn't look like I just keep creating the same layout over and over again. So now we're just going to use a portion of it in a tag. In this fun pink color. All right. And all the fun chroma mist. Okay. Put that over there. And we're done with the die cutting. So now what I thought is we'll get the little tiny attacher, and we're going to use, since these are all fun tags, I want to use the ribbon, the assortment of ribbon. Benji and I are at the movies 30 minutes early, and I can have it to ourselves. So far, we are able to watch with sounds since no one else is in here. That is awesome, Shannon. All right, so I think I want to use the teal, and I don't know. Maybe we'll get the red in there too. So let's see how many times we can make these. Come on. What movie are you watching? Now I want to know. She probably can't hear me anymore. All right, so we've got, how many tags we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Oh, I haven't even played with the red yet. Well, that settles it. We've got to play with it. So I need it to be this length twice, right? Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Oh my God, you have to let me know how that is, Shannon. I still want to go see that. I'm just a big kid, though. Maybe I can see if my son will go. So you think he'll take time out? Benji's choice tonight. I don't know if my son would go with me. He always says he would, but then when it comes down to it, he's like, no. All right. So what I want to do is we'll use this black one. And I just thought it would be fun if instead of like having like random, like without the hole, you know, instead of having holes, tag holes with twine through it, that we would use the ribbon. And put some staples on there for just a little bit of dimension, right? And then just come in and trim them, do the little fun, whoop, cut the little corners off. And so then we have these cute little, you know, little ribbon tags. And so this one I want to do a green one. And we're just kind of just parting them a little bit. And then I'm holding it kind of to the side. And then I grab it, but just to, whoa, I broke my stapler. Wonder if I can get that staple out. It doesn't look that good. I need something. Oh. Do you do this? This is awesome. I just seen the ribbon. I was trying to think of something that I could use the ribbon on. Because I love to incorporate ribbon in my layouts, but there we go. I never know how. So I was like, well, we could just make tags. And then have a very fun little tag going on there, right? Little something. All right. I feel like the red might go a little crazy with this green. So we are just going to use that, and then, yeah, we'll do this color. Really just trying to give my background plenty of time to dry, right? Because we doused it. These need to be trimmed. Oh, I just seen your will do, Shannon. Thank you. If you're still able to listen. I also like going early and just kind of just getting to chillax in the movie theater. It's been forever since I've been to a movie, though. And then we've got our fun stencil tags. So just once again, all right. So now we're done with that. And then we're just going to come in and, like I said, just get these so that they're pretty. And kind of a little flouncy looking. And we're going to check on the layout. They are cute on spiral journal books, scrapbooks, spines too. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, that was a bad cut. All right. So let's see. What do you guys think? Whoa. It's still a little wet, but I think we can make it work. We need to trim our photos down. So like I said, this is me and Rob being silly. My father-in-law took this picture, so there is literally like 400 photos. So we're gonna make squares. So I'm just trying to make us even on each side. We're gonna do 3.5 by 3.5. And it's pretty much the same picture, except for I am looking in a different direction. Oh, the background, I know. I sprayed it with all the fun, with 4 Brutus Monroe, obviously, Chroma mist. It's a little wet, though. I think I doused it a little much. So I'm like, come on, dry. But yeah, it's fun. I like doing mixed media on pattern paper. I don't see that enough, I think. I think we should all just start doing mixed media on pattern paper, right? All right. And then we've got something somewhere. Oh, I want to use this guy to mat our photos. I like to use the backs of pattern paper that are just single-sided to mat photos. I know, It's sad, but sometimes some patterns I honestly will never use. All right, and I think, yeah, I got a black strip in there because I want to mat it in a black too. Thank you, Shannon. And all right, so we're just gonna trim it with our scissors. Because I honestly, you guys, I feel like when I use the trimmer, that I don't get them even or straight or too close, and I feel like my wonky little cuts here with a scissor look a lot better. Because everyone knows that I did it by hand, so if they're wonky or off, then it doesn't seem so bad. I'm going to need a drink. I apologize, I have to get a drink. Working around the powders and stuff really does dry my throat out. We also make colors for cosmetics, you guys, just saying. I don't get free cosmetics, though. I tried. All right, so I have just some Distress ink here, just Chip Sapphire, and I want to ink the edges. And it just so happens that I had the blue sitting here, so I must have done a blue layout. I don't remember, though. That's how sad that is in my life. So I'm just going to lightly rough the edges. Again, the majority of the work for this layout is already done. So just trying to give my background enough time to dry. Usually I don't spray that heavily, but that was fun. I was having fun just like getting messy and being creative. You know. And I'm just flicking it. Now this is a new pad, so I don't have to worry about doing it over my desk space. But if you have an older pad, always do it away because I find they kind of fall apart. Which, if you use them a lot, most things do, right? Now, I want to back this in the black too, but you can see it's not going to fit. But we're just going to piece it together. And you see that was the back of that pad of paper. So I'm just going to set this guy down on here so that he has a nice black edge. And then we are going to trim that portion off. Then we're going to do the same thing for this one just to ensure that we have enough of the black. Going to do the same thing. And I will promise you that the only way people are going to be able to tell that you did this is if they are like really seriously looking at your layout. And if they are judging it that hard, then I say they deserve to scrutinize it. Because you shouldn't be looking at the layout that hard, right? All right. So we're just going to get that one trimmed off there. I'm going to add a little strip here. And I'm just lining up this one edge, getting it stuck on there. And this is too small to do anything with, so I'm just going to trim that. And then because it's got a white core, I'm just going to flick this as well just to give it a little bit of the blue because our background is blue, but it's also going to hide the fact that we paper pieced together. Right? That's my goal anyway. And then this guy needs to be cut as well. I keep thinking there's something on this photo, but I don't know if you can see that right there, but it's the way Rob's shirt is. All right, and then we want to that was really horrible. All right, much better. And just a little bit more. Again, just giving my background time to dry. All right. It is at least holding its shape before it was not. So I want to do this because this one I'm looking at the camera. So I like to put my photos together just so I can move them as once. I don't have to keep moving them. But if you guys have watched me for any amount of time, you know I like to just start sticking down. Because if I think about it too much, I will, I'll never make a decision. So I just have to go for it. So we're just going to pop this up on a little bit of fun foam. And then we're going to come in and do all these fun tags, right? So I don't want to cover up a lot of the layout. So we're going to kind of cluster, or not the layout, a lot of the backgrounds. So we're going to kind of cluster them right in here. But I want to do them kind of like so. So we're going to put this one under here. Push that in. And we'll put this guy right there. And then we're going to tuck this guy right like so. Okay, I like the way that looks. So I'm just going to slightly pick this up. And then I'm going to grab, movie is starting, we'll watch the rest. Oh, have a wonderful time. Bye, Shannon. So we're going to use our liquid glue here just to, and this was the one that was closest, so no rhyme or reason why I chose it, but I just want to get these guys just tacked together. I know that sounds weird, but that's who I am. So I'm just putting, well, see, I moved it. I didn't mean to move it. And I just need to get this guy on like that so that we can flip it over as one, just because I really liked it, and I didn't want to mess it up. So now we can come in and just load it up with some ATG. And I don't have to worry about covering, like usually I would cover the staples up with washi, but since it's going right here on the page, nope, it goes this way. So we're just going to kind of stick that down in there. And then we're going to add some adhesive along with liquid glue. And I'm just, again, grabbing random liquid glue. And I just want to make sure to cover up the crazy monstrosity there in the middle, right? Kind of apply pressure to that. So now we just want to come in with a few embellishments. So I think this relax will work good. If I could get it off the page. Super sticky. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pop these little pieces out. Oh, come on. All right, I just got a few little pieces in here. They're like, they just don't want to come out, you guys. Like, they are uber super stuck. So we're just going to stick relax right here. Come on. I'm going to drop that R because I do want it to make it look like it's just kind of like hanging out right here on our top of our photo. You guys can't see, but it does. You can't see it. Let's grab this little leaf. Why is this so super sticky? Well, that didn't work out very well, did it? I don't know if it got wet or what's going on here. Just stick that back down there because I don't need that being stuck to everything. But it's like, it does feel a little damp. I don't know. All right. I'm just going to start tucking some things in and around. So we're going to make a cute little cluster right here. And then we want to make a little cluster. Come on. So I'm just going to start the base of my cluster with these little leaf bits. And some of the little florals. And just kind of see what we can do. So I do always, sometimes I will cut my embellishments just to make them last longer. And try to grab all of the fun little florals and add to all these fun little clusters. I don't like the way that one's stuck down. There we go. And we got all the florals off that one. This one's a nice big cluster, so again, we're just going to make it be tucked. And then keep going. So see all the tiny little flowers that we can get. And these colors go nicely. I still want to cut it in half. I just feel like I need to bring just a pop of this orange down here so that it doesn't look like it's such a crazy sore thumb. Okay, that's that. We have some cute little puppy stickers, but those are more finishing pieces. Let's see, what do we have in this? These are the clear stickers, so I don't really know how much they're going to show up or how many I even have left. All right. Let's pop this guy right there. Don't actually think I have that many of them left. I do have a lot of the clear, like clear black and white ones, but not really going for that look today. I think my title is just going to be relaxed. We may change that. What else do you guys think? Let's see. No. We can bring this yellow down here. Little puppy sticker. Pop in a little leaf there. I know there's a big floral cluster there, but I'm not really thinking I want to add it there. We'll add this little puffy guy right there. We have a whole bunch of these that we can just kind of pop under, like, you know, like it's just no thing. Kind of just filling them up and making them fun. And then we get another little leaf bit. And another one. We're just going to stick it right there. Then get some of these puffy little hearts in. Just to add pops of color here and there. Also want to bring this lime over here. And now we can see what we have as far as these little guys. I want to put the little fave right here. And this little I love you. And I can stick that one right there. Well, I quite like it, and I think that's it, you guys. I don't think there's much more that needs to be done. So you see how easy and simple it's what, 36 minutes? We just took the fun stencil, some random dies, got some labels used up, and poured in fun and sprayed in lots of Chroma mist. So we've got all of these fun little colors. So we've got tinsel blue, magenta sparkle, pink and blue violet, and then cobalt blue and turquoise. And the little vintage stencil, along with what's left of my ribbon for the month. So that's going to do it. I'll stick around to see if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns. And if not, that is going to do it. I love the use of tags in the layouts. I have those tag dies and never use. I know, I just decided it would be a good time to pull out some tag dies, have some fun. So yeah, I am super happy with this layout. All right, so if you guys don't, like I said, if you don't have any questions or comments, I'll sit on here for just a few more minutes because I know there is a delay. If not, we're going to call it for the evening. I had to have a drink. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. All right, that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much. And don't forget to check out Brutus Monroe and pick out some of these fun supplies. And I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye.